Hi guys, and welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're going to be working on this corner to corner stitch. It's very quick and very easy, and if you're making a baby blanket out of this stitch, it will be finished in no time. So you want to go ahead and make your slip knot in whichever way is best for you, and then we are going to chain 6. So 1, 2, 3. What I suggest is that after 3 you move your thumb and finger up and hold that stitch, because that's the stitch that we're going to be working into. So another 3, 1, 2, 3, and this 3 here is going to work as our first treble crochet, so that would be a double in the US, but I am working in UK terms. So we're going to yarn over and insert into the 4th chain from the hook, so that's the chain that we had our thumb and finger on. So we're going to do a treble crochet into that chain. We're then going to do a treble crochet into the next 2 chains. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and again, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that in effect is 4 treble crochets. So we've got the first initial chain 3 that we did, and then 3 treble crochets. We're now going to turn our work and again chain 6. So 1, 2, 3. If you want to move your fingers to that last chain, then please do so. Another 3, 1, 2, 3. Again, this 3 here is going to work as our first treble crochet, so we're going to do a treble crochet into that stitch that we were holding, so the 4th chain from the hook. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and again into the next 2 stitches. So yarn over, insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and again into that last stitch, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we're now going to connect these two what look like squares. So in order to do that, we're going to go underneath that initial chain 3 from the beginning. So going to go into that gap there underneath that chain 3, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through the loop on your hook for a slip stitch. We're then going to do 4 treble crochets into this space. So our first is always a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 more treble crochets into that same space. So 1, 2, and 3. So we now look like we've got a bit of a love heart. So again, we turn our work and do the exact same thing again. So chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yarn over, insert into the 4th chain from the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and again into the next space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and again into that last space. Now going to join this to this square. So underneath that initial chain 3, just here, slip stitch to attach, and again we want 4 treble crochets in this space, so chain 3 and then 3 more treble crochets. That's 1, 2 and 3, so that's 4 in total. Again we are connecting under that initial chain 3 with a slip stitch and 4 treble crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you notice, the gaps between these little squares are quite big to start with, but as you make your blanket bigger, they won't look as big. You can also go down a hook size to make them smaller. I'm using a 4.5mm, but you should really be using a 4mm with this yarn, but I just wanted to make the stitches bigger so that you could see them. So we go again by turning our work, chaining 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Begin with our treble crochets into these 3 stitches here. So as this gets bigger and bigger, it will be much easier to see where you are working. Chain 3 and then 3 more treble crochets. 1, 2, 3, join, chain 3 and 3 more treble crochets. Join, chain 3 and then 3 more treble crochets. 1, 2, 3. So if you want to pause the video here and keep going until you get to the width of what your project needs to be. So don't forget that we're working on the diagonal because it's a corner to corner, so the width would be this way rather than this way. So if you hold your work like this, however wide your work needs to be, it needs to be this way. So I'll do a few more rows and I'll meet you back. So I've done another 2 rows, making that 6 in total, and I'm now going to decrease to make this into a square. So I've just made a small square to use as a sample piece. So to finish off, where we would normally chain 6 to make the next row, all we need to do is just go back along this row with some slip stitches. So we're going to go into the gaps in between the stitches, and we're going to insert our hook, pull through, and then pull through the loop on the hook for a slip stitch. Again into the next gap, slip stitch, and again into the next gap with a slip stitch. We're then just going to make our way back along here. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 more treble crochets into this space here. 1, 2, 3. So we work all the way back along as we did previously. So when we get to the final stitch, when we join that last stitch, instead of doing another set of treble crochets in this stitch, we just turn our work and again work back along this cluster here with some slip stitches. So 1, 2, 3 slip stitches, and again start from the beginning. So chain 3 and then work our trebles into this stitch. So work your way back along this line and I'll meet you back here. So I've made my way back along, and again we are going to join this last one and then turn our work and slip stitch back along this cluster here. And repeat again. Chain 3 and then your treble crochets into this stitch. So you just repeat that pattern until you get to the end. So if you want to pause the video here, and I'll meet you back when we've just got one square to go, because we just finish off this square slightly different. So when you've made your way to the point where you've only got one square left to do to square this off, we just do this slightly different. If you look back at your beginning square, you will see that you've only got 3 treble crochets, because in the last one is where we work our next stitch. So to make that even, rather than doing 4 trebles, so we 1, 2, 3, and then we would do 3 treble crochets in this gap here, but we're actually only going to do 2. So 1, 2, and then we are going to join underneath this one here. Chain 1 and snip, pull through, pull tight to secure, and there you have the corner to corner stitch. Like I've said previously, if you do want these holes in the middle to be slightly smaller, just go down a hook size and it will be closer together. And if you want to make this into a rectangle rather than a square, all you would need to do would be to continue increasing on one side and just decrease on one side. So for the square we decrease both sides together, you would just decrease one side until you get to the height that you want on your rectangle, and then start decreasing the other side as well. So I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial. If you did, please do give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and click the bell notification button which will notify you when a new tutorial has been uploaded. Thanks again for watching. Bye bye.